Hey, everybody. This is the first, this is the first reboot of the original Dan Garrett Blue Beetle. Now, for all of you who don't know, the Dan Garrett Blue Beetle starred as Patrolman Dan Garrett. You can actually find episodes of the original Blue Beetle radio show that I think it was in its later run on YouTube. If you guys want to check that out, which I highly do recommend you check out. It's a pretty good radio show. But this is the reboot version of Dan Garrett, where he was an archaeologist, and this is where the Conjure Dare and the Scarab actually comes into play. So let's check out the origin story that later on DC Comics would adapt for what would be the Charlton Blue Beetle, which would later become the DC Blue Beetle, which would later lead to the Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle, which is the one from the movie. When it comes to DC characters, I think Dr. Fate, Hawkman, and Blue Beetle all have their ties to Egypt. In Marvel Comics, I think it's just Moon Knight. I admit, there may very well be another Marvel character that has ties to Egypt, but I can't remember off the top of my head, I'm sorry. So yeah, this is what the Scarab originally looked like in the comics. It wasn't something that was strapped to his back, it was a stone. And actually, if you look at Project Superpowers, that's what it is in there. And it's a stone that chooses who it works for and who it doesn't. So the same way the robotic scarab is. Like I said, DC, they've modified this into a robotic scarab. And that's what Jaime Reyes has in the movies. So yeah, this was the rebooted Blue Beetle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just picked random things to put in there, because I'm pretty sure the water thing kind of fits, but I don't think there's any platypuses in Egypt. I've never been to Egypt, so I don't know. But I'm pretty sure something about cobras or Cleopatra would have been more appropriate. These aren't always themed specifically to that particular magazine. Just kind of whatever text article we have, just kind of throw it in. This is how fossils are made, which kind of fits Dan Garrett, but not really. So yeah, that was the Charlton Comics Blue Beetles. This was his reboot stories. He switched from being Patrolman Dan Garrett, loved by all, but secretly the Blue Beetle, to archaeologist Dan Garrett.